surviving higher and higher rounds is a core feature of the zombie mode, but it's something that I don't always pay much attention to. Well, today, that's gonna change. Today, we're playing Die Maschine and reaching round 100. Let's get started. It's not every day I go for a high round here in Zombies, but I thought, hey, you know what? It's Cold War, it'll be a quick one, and let's do it. We'll go ahead and throw on the Rampage Inducer for these first few rounds here, hopefully speed up these earlier rounds. We are around 3 months away from the release of Black Ops 6 and the return of round-based. And one of the biggest features and kind of goals of round-based is, well, surviving a bunch of rounds. And like I said, it's been quite a while since I have done any high rounds here, usually because it takes just so much time, but I want to get back in the swing of things here, and Die Maschine, hello buddy, is a great place to start. One of the easier maps in general. Of course, Cold War walks you through everything, and if you're interested in getting into round-based, this is a wonderful map to do so. I think I might go one more round here in the spawn room. We've got the Rampage Inducer, we've got 8,000 points. I think we're almost there. And I gotta say, I absolutely love the Rampage Inducer. Having these early rounds be really fast and really intense, it just makes it really, really nice to go back instead of the slog. Like once you get good enough at zombies, the early rounds are just such a slog. And oh, look at all those points. Yeah, I'll definitely turn this off now. So having something that's optional that you can turn on and off at any point, it's just, oh, it's wonderful. It's one of the best things that they've ever done in Zombies. Get some points here with our melee. Another double points. We are getting some lucky double points here. Gonna melee these guys for extra points so that way we can get going. I think after this round we'll go now. Yeah, only 3 guys left. We've got, oh, 16,000 points. Yeah, let's head on out of here. Let's get the map opened up, shall we? As strange as it may sound, I was never really into Easter eggs like main quests and stuff. Let's go ahead and get stamina up. Also, I was really never into high rounds of Zombies either, which, you know, if you're new to Zombies, that might sound incredibly confusing. Donuts, you don't do high rounds, you don't do Easter eggs. Well, what is there to do in Zombies? Well, genuinely, that's how good I think the base gameplay is. Just getting the map all set up and getting everything that you need and taking the hour and a half to get to round 30 or even round 50 if you call those high rounds, that alone was enough for me and still is enough for me. I think that's like where the meat of the map really is. And obviously, you know, the high rounds and especially the Easter eggs lately have been, the main quests have been kind of what everybody focuses on for like the main style of content, but Zombies has always allowed players to progress in whichever way they want to. And so I'm really excited to get back into round-based and show you beautiful people the glory of round-based, you could say. I know lately, for some reason, there's been this kind of mentality that, oh my goodness, round-based is boring, it's just the same thing over and over again. And this high round, I kind of want to show you beautiful people that that's not always the case here. And even, ooh, look, monkey, very nice. Even if it looks like the same thing over and over again, there is still some engagement going on when a good high round strategy is implemented. There are some pretty boring and easy and really not engaging high round strategies out there. And in all honesty, Cold War might be a part of that, but you gotta start somewhere, right? But take a look at how gorgeous this dark ether is. Oh, it's wonderful, isn't it? With the jellyfish and the lightning in the sky. Oh, it's wonderful. Let's go ahead and head on down this fast travel. Let's see if we can't get the part that's right here. And I think I will go get Deadshot right now. I love Deadshot here in Cold War. Your hip fire's so tight with it's so nice. And I think after we put on this Pack-a-Punch piece, we're gonna go up here and we are gonna get the free Juggernog perk. We'll get you right there, shoot that guy over there, get this orb down here, don't forget the one outside the map right there, and finally the last one right here. Very nice. Let's go ahead and flip the round, get us going in the right foot. Very nice. And I think we're gonna Pack-a-Punch right away. Why not, right? While we have the time. And it looks like we have enough salvage to get a green tier right away. Very good. Oh, I should show you guys. This is the Xenomatter. This is the XM4. It's kind of the M4 of Cold War here. Let's go ahead and throw up the class on screen right here. In reality, it's nothing special, and this high round strategy, ooh, there's a body up there. Very good. We can go ahead and shoot that body. I don't think we're going to do this Easter egg with the body, but you know, I always like to see where it's at. But as I was saying, this strategy really doesn't require any particular weapon other than than the wonder weapon and maybe a ray gun, but I know you beautiful people love to see the weapons that I'm using in the builds and all that stuff. Let's get that free jug. Let's go. Ooh, and I'll take Molotovs. I love Molotovs here. And it looks like we got a stoner. Nice. And it's epic rarity. Cool. I will apply my blueprint to this. Let's go this guy. And we're probably never going to use that again. Very good. All right. Now, before we are going to use dead wire as our ammo mod here, but I'm going to go cryo freeze first because I think cryo freeze gets you more points. And the round after you turn on Pack-a-Punch is a dog round. And I think the round after that, you always get a megaton, which is great because he has the key to getting the wonder weapon. And I mean that literally, like they're going to drop the key that we need to get the wonder weapon here. We can just go ahead with Deadshot. It's so nice with Deadshot. We can just kind of shoot them in the face and then they should go down relatively soon. Let's go ahead, Ring of Fire. Why not? Take care of all these guys. Flip the round a little bit. They dropped the key card right there. That key card is going to be important because we're going to bring it all on up here. Go into the weapons locker right like that. And then there's the DIE remote. And so we need to flip the round. Where's that last zombie at? Hello, zombie. All right, let's go up to Nacht der Untoten. Let's head on into this room right here, the original spawn room. And inside we have the DIE. We got to remote control it, but first let's get some zombies here. All right, let's go ahead, and it looks like we've got quite a bit spawning there. We can turn that on. Very good. And just keep training them around here. This is a decently small space. I really like the balance of this, the difficulty of this. It's not too difficult, but it's not the easiest thing in the world. Oh, good. We got it. We can discharge it. And then we're going to switch out this stoner, unfortunately, for the DIE. Very nice. Let's go ahead and move on up because now, technically, I think we have everything we need for the high round strategy. We just need to get our perks. However, I will actually do this. I'll knock this guy over and then I will get the canister that's over here. Pretty please, maybe. Thank you. Because I would like to get the Nova variant of the DIE here, just in case. I don't think I'll use it, but it's nice to have it just as a backup, you know? Now, if you don't know, up here on the roof of Nacht is one of the most iconic places to camp as well as to high round really, really quickly. So long as you always keep this door closed. But in between rounds, we are still going to go grab some perks. We're going to go upgrade our weapon here, head on back down underground. We're gonna go make this a rare rarity. Very good. Oop, I heard another megaton. Hello, sir. You know what? Here's what we'll do. We'll hop on down here and then we will put on dead wire because that is gonna deal more damage to the megaton. And in all honesty, there are a ton of really good camping spots in Cold War and in Die Maschine, especially if you if you're not going around 100, if you're going to like around 50 or something, there's a lot of good training spots, and this is one of them. I love just sitting down here. You do have to worry about this window over here to your right, but in all honesty, 80%, 90% of your zombies are coming from over here. Not a lot of them coming from over there. So there's lots of good spots here. In fact, I'm kind of sad. One of the other best spots was really fun. If you went up into here, and let's go ahead and get some quick or speed cola here, that you used to be able to get up here. You can't get up here anymore. You can see they blocked it, but you used to be able to get up there and zombies would jump up here in single file line, and it was so much fun. This room I think has even faster spawns than Nacht der Untoten does, the roof of Nacht does, the penthouse as they say. But while we're mid round here, I'm gonna take a plague hound all the way back here where Deadshot is again, and we're gonna try to collect its little gas here for the Nova variant. Whoop, and there we go, very good. And that should collect it, very nice. Another round done. Now, the interesting thing about Cold War and Cold War's high rounds is they actually changed quite a bit of zombie mechanics in Cold War, not just like the perk system and salvage, but really everything. For example, zombies only deal 30 damage to you at the start of a game, which means you're automatically a 5 hit down from the start of the game. Now that, to put in perspective, in Black Ops 3, that is how much health you have with Jug. And in Black Ops 4, you can only take 4 hits, so you actually have more health at the start of Cold War than you do in Black Ops 4. And then you add on armor, and then you add on Jug, and it's just, you could take so many hits here in Cold War. But to counter that, as you progress through the rounds, the zombies will actually start dealing more damage to you. And so in the high rounds of Cold War, without any armor, you're like a 2 or 3 hit until you go down. It's definitely a very different philosophy than what we've seen in Zombies beforehand. And I'm curious to see how they're gonna do that in Black Ops 6, if they're gonna keep the same philosophy or if they're gonna kind of bounce it out a little bit. I know a lot of people, kind of myself included, really don't like how easy these early rounds are in Cold War. Like right now, it's round what, like 17 or something? And I'm not 15, okay? I am not worried at all. Whereas round 15 on like Black Ops 3 or even Black Ops 4, you kind of have to pay attention, you know? Like it's still gonna hold you accountable in some way. Yes, some things might be easier, but overall, there's not a lot of player accountability here in Cold War. But of course, that depends on your difficulty and how much experience you have with zombies. I know a lot of people, especially right now, lots of people getting into Cold War, and man, oh man, it's a whole different game. It's especially since Modern Warfare 3 released. Modern Warfare 3 has big open worlds and you could just run around and just run away from zombies, but in round-based, you have to confront the zombies. You have to be there and you have to kill them and you have to manage them. You don't necessarily have to kill them, but you have to manage them in a certain way that not a lot of players have gotten used to. It's one of the biggest reasons I love zombies is because of that strategy. It's completely different to any other zombie game. It's completely different to any other like round-based, wave-based mode in any other game elsewhere. It's so fun. And I miss these megatons. I so wish they were in Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. It would be so fun, especially at the top of that skyscraper instead of Dokkaebi. They could be there and they could throw their stuff at you and knock you off. Oh my goodness, that would be so cool. And on top of this, on top of round 100 here, I do want to do another side quest. There's a couple side quests here on Die Maschine. None of them are really all that worth it, including the one that I'm about to do right now. But I want to see if I can't put a sight on my weapon here. I think if you come down here, well, first I'm gonna get armor here, but I think if you do this, it'll re-roll the attachments that you have, and okay, that's technically a sight. That might be good enough, And of course, after this, I'll just kind of apply my regular blueprint back to this, so very good. But a little Easter egg happens here with these little radio dishes. You can shoot them, and they'll actually align to the top of Noct here. So if we go out here, and doing this mid-round is probably not the best idea, but if we go on the plane wing here, you could probably see somewhere out there. Where is it? Oh, it's way out there. That is crazy. All right, well, that did one. Let's kill all the zombies first, I guess. Maybe we shouldn't do this mid-round. All right, there we go. Let's get that radio tower. I think if I do it, that looks aligned, doesn't it? Oh boy, that's so hard to tell. You guys are not going to be able to see that. But then the third one is over here somewhere outside of the map. Oh, there you are. And I think we just got to shoot this one once, maybe. There we go. There we go. I shoot it, and then look, you can see it's like electrifying that little post right there. Let's get our blueprint back here. Let's go ahead and do damage. And then if we make our way back into Noct here, we can go up on top to the penthouse. And there is a ton of extra bonus points here. And there's actually a radio right there that you can interact with. It's not many extra points, but it is extra points. Ooh, speaking of extra points, very good. And you have to have dead wire equipped in order to move those satellite dishes. You have to have dead wire. Tiny little thing. I wonder how many of you beautiful people knew that about here in Die Maschine. How many of you knew that? I feel like the side quests of Cold War have been forgotten because they're all not that useful because of how powerful you are here in Cold War. Speaking of powerful, should we get more perks or should we get triple pack-a-punch? I think we should get triple pack-a-punch first. We're not going to be able to use this XM4 for very long, so might as well get it as powerful as we can, as early as we can. Very nice, very nice. Now it is triple pack-a-punched. And back on top to our camping spot. Oh boy, it's round 20. It's round 20. We have armored guys coming in here. All right, let's go ahead and train up these guys. Very good job, Donuts. We might need to start using Ring of Fire here, except we have enough salvage to get this guy to an epic rarity, so we might do that instead. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that now, shall we? As quick as we can. I'll actually throw a decoy over there. Oh, there's a big guy coming. All right, that's fine. We'll do that. Let's head on down here to our secondary camping spot. Oh yeah, this is like one-shotting zombies now. This is a lot better, And let's see how it does that megaton. Very good. He's splitting already, and there's one half almost done, and then the next half is out of here. Very nice. Cold War definitely makes you feel really, really powerful. There's a lot of controversy on my Discord about Cold War zombies, because we're thinking about, you know, how do you teach people zombies? What's the best zombies to get people to practice on? I feel like Cold War's a good zombies to practice with, but not necessarily a good zombies to learn on. I think if you learn your principles of zombies in like Black Ops 3 and especially Black Ops 4, I think Black Ops 4 is incredibly underrated for teaching zombie players how to play zombies. But once you understand the zombie basics, I think coming to Cold War is a great way to practice those basics. I'm gonna get Mule Kick here instead of those guys, and PhD, as well as Death Perception. Death Perception because I want more salvage. I always got PhD because it's really fun to, you know, slide really quickly. But speaking about how easy Cold War is, something that I quite enjoy and like about Cold War, especially the high rounds, is how little time they take in comparison to older zombie titles. We all know that there are more zombies per round every round, so round 25 has more zombies than round 20, and round 30 has more than 25, etc, etc. And Cold War does the same thing, however, they do it to a substantially lesser degree than old zombie games. Round 100 in Black Ops 4, for example, takes about 4 hours, which again, it really isn't all that bad. But then in Cold War, these round 100 games are really only gonna take maybe 2 hours, 2.5, 3 hours maybe. And then in like Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 3, like around 100 might be like 8 hours or something, depending on the map, of course, and the strategy. And you could look at that and kind of have it like a badge of honor. Like I know I definitely got around 100 in Black Ops 3 on Ascension, of course, the easiest zombie map in all of existence. But that one game took me about 8 hours or so. Like I had to split it up into different sessions. I had to leave my computer on overnight. It was an ordeal, and not a lot of people want to do that. Am I happy that I did it? Absolutely. Did it get boring really quickly? Also absolutely. So that's why I like Cold War and Black Ops 4 a little bit, because they're round 100s are substantially faster. And I think it's time I'm gonna go pack-a-punch this DIE, because I'm starting to think, speaking about fast, I'm starting to think maybe we should turn on the Rampage Inducer as we get closer to round 30, 40, 50. I definitely think that's the way to go. Can I double pack-a-punch that, please? Por favor, thank you. Fun fact, you originally couldn't pack-a-punch the DIE when Cold War Zombies first launched. In fact, it was quite a while. I think it was the release of Forsaken when you got the ability to pack-a-punch the DIE, because man, with the amount of stuff they did to the zombie health here in Cold War, it just didn't keep up with the other wonder weapons. But now it's pretty darn fun. The way it works is that it has two different modes. Obviously, it has like this big, huge wave of energy that you can shoot into the zombies and it kills everything. And then the alternate fire is a sucking ability that also drains the energy from zombies and it creates ammo for it. So it's this really nice infinite ammo technically system, but you have to be strategic around it. It's actually really fun wonder weapon here. It's like what the jet gun should have been back in Transit. The weird thing about it though is that once you have full ammo like we do just now, you can't use the sucking ability anymore, which is something that you're gonna need to pay attention to if you're doing these high rounds. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna get quick revive now. Man, perks are really expensive here compared to Modern Warfare 3. Oop, I heard the megaton spawn in here. We might need to use our Ring of Fire here. Or actually, no, this guy's still taking him out pretty darn good. And there's a nuke. I'll gladly take that. Let's wait for him to split. So he's not invincible here. All right, he's taking damage. All right, so a little fun fact, nukes actually take off half of the health of all boss zombies. So that was really useful there. Also, insta-kill makes it so boss zombies take more damage. Let's go ahead and throw a Molotov down here. Molotovs are awesome here in Cold War. Well, I should say all of the grenades are like an insta-kill here in Cold War. Like I said, it's really easy. Oh boy, all right. We might, let's throw a decoy here right now. This might be when we need to start using Ring of Fire here. These armored zombies, everyone hates these armored zombies. They just take so much damage here. Oh man, we're looking good though. We're looking good. I don't know why I'm like prideful in the fact that I don't need to use Ring of Fire. I don't know. There we go. We're fine. We're all good. Let's kill this guy. That should be round. And I believe we have, yep, we do have enough to get this to a legendary XM4. Go ahead and head on over here. We've got that. Very good. Now this is as powerful as this XM4 is ever gonna be. I just got cornered. I just got cornered. Come on, donuts. Come on, donuts. Get out of here. Oh, man. Speaking of weapons here, let's get this nuke. All right. Very good. Everyone calm down. Speaking of weapons here, we are definitely going to get or try to hit the box for the ray gun. But the box works kind of different in Cold War here. The higher round you are, the better weapons you're going to get from the box. And I believe the probability maxes out around round 30 or so. So we'll probably go until like round 35 or something, and then we could start hitting the mystery box for the ray gun. And the ray gun in Cold War is really good. So good they had to nerf it like a couple times. But I'm going to hop on down here. We've got 30,000 points, which means we can triple pack punch this guy, which means we're all good there, and then we're gonna refill our armor real quick. Almost enough for that triple armor, but not quite yet. So we just have a couple more perks to get. We've got triple armor to get, and then we should be good to turn on the rampage inducer and just start going in this strategy. Now, as we start completing these rounds, you can see we just completed round 30. It gives us some bonus salvage, and we just got enough salvage for tier 3 armor. So we're gonna head on down and do that. Head on down here, tier 3 armor, very good. And you know what? I'm an idiot. There's fast travel on this map, Donuts. What are you doing? This fast travel, oh hey, there's a megaton right there. Goes right into knocked. It's so fast. It's right there. Come on, Donuts, use your brain. And so after round 30 is when zombies start dealing a little bit more damage, and it is very noticeable here. So now we're gonna have to start paying attention. For example, let's go ahead and use our ring of fire right here. Nicely done. Double points. I'll take that for the rest of our perks. You can see they're starting to spawn a little bit. Well, maybe not a little bit more frequently, but there's definitely a lot of zombies in this spawn, and you might be looking at this and thinking to yourself, Donuts, this looks incredibly boring. What in the world are you doing here? Well, just because something looks a certain way doesn't necessarily mean it is a certain way. But we might have to actually use our DIE right here. Very good. Let's get this guy, and then we can get these guys down a little bit. And round has changed. We got a max ammo, and we can finish these guys off, hopefully in silence. There you go. And now we can get our tombstone and our elemental pop. And legitimately, this could technically be the start of the strategy here, but I still want to use this XM4 for some reason. I particularly like the strategies sort of like this, where you can just use your weapon for such a long time, like the Doris Catwalk or the Firebase Colonel's Office. I just find it really satisfying. But then when your Ring of Fire runs out and you start to get overwhelmed, we could probably just switch over to the DIE and then boom, get our Ring of Fire back, and we're looking good. We're looking good. But this is already the end of the round right here. We're starting to go. In fact, I think the box is over there. We've got like 30,000 points. I mean, we've already got Mule Kick. Why not hit the box now? It's round 33. Maybe we'll get lucky here. I'll hit it a couple times. If we don't get the ray gun right away, then we can wait. Oh, it's still giving us epic stuff. All right, M60, no thank you. Ooh, a legendary Howler. That's actually a really good gun. We'll hit this one more time. We'll see if it gets us anything. And ooh, no, a Bison. No thank you though. Let's head on back to our camping strat. Now from here, there are a couple ways that we could go with this strategy. I've seen a couple world records or speed runs or whatever you want to call it. I've seen a couple players use the War Machine, but I myself am a fan of using the Chopper Gunner. I feel like the Chopper Gunner is just safer, but the War Machine might be better for this strategy here. It might be more flexible, and I think it costs less in the crafting table. Am I right? Let's head on down to the crafting table and see. Additionally, I am going to start running some Casimirs here, get back my Molotovs, and I do want to try a War Machine here. I think that's going to help us get our Ring of Fire up. And we are going to turn back on the Rampage Inducer here, which is a little scary, but it'll make everything go just a little bit faster. We have all the zombies coming on up here. We can shoot this a couple times. Very good. Now the original, like the sucking thing, doesn't do a lot of damage unless you do it with Ring of Fire. which is kind of the basis of this strategy, but we got to be careful once we're full. We got to start shooting the zombies over again. So we're kind of balancing and kind of going back and forth between shooting and sucking. And especially here on the lower rounds, I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of action because of how little zombies there are, but it should be enough. A couple shots here, we can start filling this up. We've got another ring of fire ready. Look at that, ready to go, but looks like this is the end of the round. Very good. We could PhD flopper into these guys, and you could see immediately they start spawning in here. So the good thing about this strategy that I do enjoy, that I find enjoyable, is the balance between, ooh, here's a boss zombie, here's the DIE, you need some ammo here. I'm gonna do this so that way he gets half of his health down. I'm gonna shoot him again, and that didn't quite work. That's quite all right. We'll go ahead and use the war machine so we can get another ring of fire, hopefully fairly easily here, and do some damage to the boss as well. We've got you, and there's a ring of fire. Very good. We could do that. Do another shot of this guy, suck up some more zombies, do another shot. That'll take care of the boss. That's pretty good. That's pretty good right there. That's really good. The war machine might be the way to go here. And then that is round again. That took like 10 seconds, bro. That's crazy. Now the rampage inducer does indeed have a limit. I believe it shuts off at round 55 because that's when it matches what the normal round 55 damage and pacing of zombies would be. But even with this rampage inducer, I feel like the zombies aren't as fast as they're gonna be. And you can clearly see we've got a couple rounds here, like 37, and we already have nearly, what is that, 100,000 points? That's nuts. And we got a dog round. Now I did see in a video that somebody, if you stand here, maybe that helps the dog spawn in faster. Oh wow, look at that. They spawn right here. Very good. And that was a really fast round. Now that could have been the rampage inducer, of course, but wait for these guys to spawn in a little bit, then we can ring of fire these guys. Very good to get the most out of it. Like I said, this is not the most difficult strategy, but it has enough that if you're really interested in getting to high rounds, ooh, very good. We got a boss zombie here. If you're interested in getting into the high rounds, this could be a really good spot for you. I'm going to throw down a Casimir as well, just to kind of show you what that's like as we kind of shoot this guy. Our gun is still effective. It's just the DIE is probably a little bit safer here. Now we've got another ring of fire thanks to that Casimir. We can ring of fire and then kill these guys hopefully fairly quickly. Look at that, 2 shots and they're dead. That's not going to be the case as we get into the higher rounds, but so far so good. And every round you get more salvage, every round you get more points. You can see how much salvage we have right here. It's actually crazy. Looks like we might have to use our war machine here to try to get us another ring of fire. That's all right. In fact, let's go ahead and use it up here. I think we want to switch out of that. Very good. Additionally, you could do the same strategy with the Nova variant of the DIE. That's what I did for my very first Cold War round 100. The Nova variant will actually do, well, actually, let's show you, huh? Let's show you. Heading on over here, we could put our canister there and explode it, and then we can switch to the Nova 5 DIE. And what this does, it gets you a little bit more ammo, but also when you shoot it, it kind of creates an area of effect, which I particularly enjoyed. Of course, it doesn't kill them instantaneously like the default DIE does, but it is still very usable to get to round 100. In fact, let's go ahead and use it a little bit here, shall we? Got a ring of fire here. Let's pop that right away. We can spam it a little bit more. We can just kind of keep shooting it because the damage that it does and the area of effect combined with the sucking ability gets you a lot more ammo, so it's kind of nice, but like I said, doesn't do as much damage as the regular DIE. And in all honesty, it's probably worse because when you're trying to get Ring of Fire back, it's probably not all that great here. Yeah, it might be simpler, definitely going to be simpler just to use the regular DIE here. But hey, could be fun to experiment either way. That still got us, that was still perfectly fine, got us a whole other round, but we'll go ahead and switch right on back here, switch back to the Shockwave. Ooh, and when you have an insta-kill, insta-kills are nice with the DIE because if you hit it, then every zombie is going to instantly get sucked up. But of course, once you have full ammo, you've got to discharge it here. Additionally, with insta-kills, you can see we are not getting any progress towards our field upgrade. So be very careful. Those insta-kills are very effective, but you will be waiting on your field upgrade as you kill all of these zombies. But I do want to really quickly, in fact, I'm going to throw a Casimir here just to protect me here. We'll get more Casimirs. and we'll get another war machine. You can see how much salvage we have. We are completely safe with how much salvage we have, and as the rounds progress, we're only going to get even more. Now, I wonder, this is what my legendary weapon does here on round 42 here. You can see it still does quite a bit of damage. It's still really effective. It's just the fact that there's so many zombies coming so quickly that we have to use other methods here to survive. All right, round 45. Round 45, I think I'm going to come down here and I'm going to turn off the rampage inducer so we get a little bit of a chance to breathe here, because I still want to hit the mystery box to get the ray gun as best as we can. And of course the box moves. Oh, what a bummer. Let's hope it goes to a nice, easy, trainable place so we can still progress through the rounds as we're hitting the box. Ooh, is that in spawn? I hope that's in spawn. It's in spawn. Let's go. Also, Speed Cola makes the box weapons appear much faster once you have it ranked up. It's so nice. And look at that. The ray gun, only after that many attempts. That's like 5 or 6 attempts. That's very good. Just to protect myself, I'm gonna put down a Casimir. Oh, it's a dog round. Well, that was pretty useless, wasn't it? My word. Well, let's hop in here. Hey, that brought me closer. Very nice. Now the ray gun is gonna be really nice, especially for these dog rounds here. Well, I guess most weapons are fine with the dog rounds, but it's just so satisfying, you know? And of course, just like Modern Warfare 3, you can pet the Hellhound, the friendly Plague Hound. But if you've never seen the power of the ray gun here in Cold War, oh boy, I hope I can showcase it, because we've got all of these zombies right here. Look at that. Look at that. Oh man, they can't even escape. They can't even escape. And this is the nerfed version of the ray gun. Isn't that crazy? And you combine that with Ring of Fire here. Oh man, it is. This was the original strat, like back in the day. I remember watching Noah J. I think he got to like round 200, or he was trying to get to round 200 or something, but the original ray gun here was a dream. It was so great. And the rate of fire, it's just so much faster than in Modern Warfare 3. It's so fast. And believe it or not, we are now completely set up, so we are gonna just flip on this rampage inducer and we are gonna have some fun. And of course, especially into the higher rounds, we are gonna need to kind of do a little training back here. That's kind of par for the course. Now, if you don't want to do that, obviously use the war machine if you'd like, because you could get overwhelmed really easily here. Or I guess I should probably show you the really cool chopper gunner, because the chopper gunner, it might be a little bit slower than the war machine, but it's definitely really fun. And of course, it's just really fun to have a chopper gunner in zombies. In fact, it might actually be faster in some ways. I remember being able to take out a chopper gunner and go through a whole round pretty quickly. Oh, and I should definitely mention, you see how those fire sales are right there? The fire sale drop only drops once you move the mystery box. So if you really don't want to move the mystery box, then maybe wait until a much later round. In fact, I'm going to throw a Casimir here real quick. Maybe wait until a much later round to get your ray gun, or at least try to go for your ray gun. But don't be discouraged. There's a lot of little details, little nuances here that can change depending on your preferences. Obviously, you can see kind of the difference of the strategies that I have going on here. Oh boy, big guy. Oh boy, big guy. Okay, all right. Well, I wonder if the ray gun's any good against him. I hope it is, especially with Ring of Fire here. Let's see. Oh yeah, ray gun's really good with Ring of Fire against that guy. Nice. Always use your equipment, your Casimirs. Don't be afraid to use anything, because you've got tons of salvage, tons of stuff. You could just spam all of these things and you'll be fine, especially if you get into the higher rounds. You can see I've got 7,000 and nearly 2,000 rare salvage here. Like, we're doing okay. We just got Ring of Fire back, so we can just take this out, do this, Ring of Fire, do this, and be safe all over again. And we're really close to the end of round 50 here. Can we do it? Are we halfway? I believe round 55 is the actual health cap back here in Cold War, so the zombies are going to get a little bit stronger than they currently are, which, as you can see, makes the ray gun not as powerful, but it is still really powerful for the first 50 rounds here. But there it is. There is round 50. Now you'd think, oh my goodness, Donuts, we're about halfway through. Actually, no, because the rounds get longer and longer, we're probably less than halfway through. But because we are playing Cold War, we really don't have that much time left to wait. And especially now that we're all set up, we've got everything, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. And once again, you might be looking at this going, Donuts, this looks so boring, but like I am locked in right now because there are a lot of different things you have to managing your field upgrade. I've got this insta-kill on. I'm paying attention to how long that insta-kill has, which weapon I have. I have mule kick, so I know if I scroll down, I'm gonna have the DIE, but if I scroll up, I'm gonna have the Xenomatter here. So that's an important thing to pay attention to. And I'm trying to pay attention to, okay, when does the round end? Okay, I feel like the spawns are slowing down, so I don't want to use a Ring of Fire here. So I'm trying to use anything other than a Ring of Fire, but will I need to? Well, can I train better, or can I survive long enough without Ring of Fire here? I think I can, because this looks like the end of the round. Very good, Donuts. Because now at the start of the round, we can let these guys come on in here, and we can Ring of Fire them, and then just go to town again. I recently asked MZC what the best high round strategy mechanically looks like, and I really like what he said, because I really agree with him. He says it needs to be engaging. It needs to be... Ooh, this is actually a good thing. Oh no, we've got max ammo. Okay, here, cool. Oh, our armor broke. He said it needs to be engaging. It can't be super easy, and it needs to be fair too. He didn't say that, but I said that. I think it needs to be fair. But I'm with a lot of you beautiful people. If a strategy is just brain dead easy, kind of like the classified high round strategy where you're just shooting people with the shield, yeah, that looks incredibly boring, and it's just a time sink. But as we turn the dial closer to what we got in Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4, and even this one a little bit here, when you're managing your specialist weapon, when you're managing your field upgrade, when you're managing your ammo with the wonder weapon and training around a little bit more, you know, it's a good balance here. And it kind of looks like this DIE is not killing in one shot anymore, which is unfortunate. Oh my goodness, Donuts, what are you doing? What are you doing, Donuts? You're ridiculous. Well, here's a good example. Okay, we just lost Mule Kick, but that's fine. Let's throw one of these down. Oh my goodness, let's get Mule Kick back. We got all of our perks back now. Very good. Now we don't have armor, so let's just kind of pretend this is a panic situation, because it very well might be here. You can see how much damage they hit you for one hit. I used Quick Revive to get back up, but if we panic, we should have panicked in that situation. We can use this Chopper Gunner, and then we can use this Chopper Gunner to just take out this entire horde right here, which is really nice. But you do have to be careful when you're in here. This back left corner here, sometimes the zombies, see, you got a couple zombies back there. You gotta be very careful to kill those zombies too. Kill the zombies in that back corner. You can see the spawn points right there and right there. Trying to take care of them, very good. And then that should be almost it, like so. Very nice. And we got a nuke. Let's go ahead, if mid-round, don't be afraid to do stuff mid-round if you have the opportunity. Head on down here. You've got plenty of salvage, Donuts, plenty of salvage. So we can come on over here. We can throw down a Molotov if we want to. Get some more armor, and then head on back up, use our DIE, and then head on back up. That's what I should have done at the end of the last round, but I thought, nah, I'll be fine. I was not fine. Unfortunately, no flawless, but that is just such a great example of how fast things can happen here. Like I said, without armor, these guys deal a whole heck of a lot of damage. Now, what I should also do here mid-round is I'm gonna hop on down here, and it looks like it's the end of the round actually. We've got our ray gun back, by the way. That's part of the mule kick thing. If you upgrade Mule Kick enough, you'll get your weapon back that you lost when you went down and lost Mule Kick. But anyway, we'll go back up here. I think I want a War Machine. Legitimately, I think I want a War Machine. Because the DIE isn't killing in one shot anymore, I'm kind of worried about the high rounds of shooting everything with the DIE, but we can just get our Ring of Fire back with the War Machine, and we should be fine. Ooh, and an insta-kill? Let's get that. Ring of Fire plus insta-kill? Let's go. One shot those megatons. Very, very nice. Another megaton. That's right. That's right. So now once we get into these higher rounds, we're going to have to deal with more than one megaton at a time. Well, one after the other, I guess. Now, this could be a great strategy for the Chopper Gunner. It could be a good strategy for the Chopper Gunner, but if you can train around a little bit, be a little bit patient here with the War Machine, you should be able to get Ring of Fire back fairly quickly. use your ray gun, use whatever if you want. And look at that, we are at the end of the round. Very nice. And we've got a dog round for round 55. You see how much faster these things are going? Rampage Inducer deactivated, so it does end at round 55. All right, well, we hit the limit of the Rampage Inducer. We're doing pretty good. Always important at the end of the round to pick up these armor vests because, as you saw, it's important to keep living, I guess. You know, as these rounds get higher and higher, I actually think they're going faster. I think because more zombies are spawning in more quickly, especially you can see from back there, way back there. I think it's making the rounds go by faster. Very, very good. That is not uncommon either. The higher the rounds you are, there is kind of like an apex of like speed of the round versus how many zombies you have to kill and all that stuff. Like, I know if you're like, look at that, that was so much faster than the earlier rounds. That is nuts. If you're playing something like Black Ops 3 and you're doing a training strategy, I know you want faster zombies so that way they're all in a much bigger group. Oh my goodness. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. Can you please get that? Okay, my goodness. Let's go ahead and he's right in my ring of fire. That is bad. Let's go ahead and throw down a Molotov on you. Let's see if you can't die, please, por favor. All right, appreciate that. Let's throw a Casimir now. Oh boy, see, it's not boring. It ain't boring. Oh, we're almost dead. We're almost dead from the Plague Hound, You do want to be careful of the Plague Hound gas and all that good stuff there, but my oh my, that was intense, wasn't it? Woohoo! Let's do this, get some more of that. Speaking of Plague Hounds, we should be seeing a Plague Hound round pretty soon. But now I want to show you what I do mid-round, because this is inevitably going to happen where you don't have your, either it's a chopper gunner or whatever. So what you want to do is you want to bail to the right there, or PhD slide to your right there, so that way it's a little bit safer. And then you could always try to like throw down a Molotov right there, or I like to do a Casimir. Refill your Casimirs, get another, let's do Chopper Gunner just for the sake of it. And then usually this also does get you your Ring of Fire back, so that's really good. Now, what you could also do, especially in these earlier rounds here, you're probably not going to be doing it mid-round all that much before round 100, but if you're going above round 100, then you might need to do it mid-round. But what you could do is you can go in between the round change where you're going to get a little bit of a safer strat there. My oh my, these rounds are flying. And another question that players might have about this whole thing is that, like, Donuts, what's the point of this? Like, do you get anything for going to these high rounds? And at least in Cold War, you do get a calling card, but outside of that, there really isn't a reason to go for high rounds other than the fact that, well, it's fun. Having a personal best record and trying to beat that and trying to survive as long as possible, that's like that's a core foundation of what makes the zombie mode zombies. And so there doesn't need to be an incentive like, you know, in Modern Warfare 3, like, why should I go to the Elder Dark either? Well, for schematics. Well, that's really not what zombies is honestly all about. The thing that's rewarding about zombies is the gameplay itself. Being able to survive longer and longer, seeing the number go up is the reward. And then you can start speedrunning it, making the number go up as fast as possible, doing it with the least amount of downs, doing it with this weapon, doing it with that weapon. That's the fun of zombies. Now, hopefully, as you beautiful people know, because you're however many minutes into this really long video, there's way more to zombies than just high rounds, and there's way more to zombies than just the main quest. It's part of what makes zombies so special that there are so many different ways to truly enjoy this game. All right, so this is a good example here. We've got the big boss zombie. I'm going to use my chopper gunner here. We didn't have Ring of Fire. We couldn't kill him. So we're going to kill this big horde there, and you can see the big guy's actually right there, so he's going to be immune right there. Let's get that little pocket of zombies over there, and then we can shoot these guys, and we should be able to kill one, kill the other. Very nice. And that almost looks like, oh, that's the round, so we can just exit out of that. Very nice. Now, we don't have a chopper gunner anymore, so what we can do is we can come on back down here with our nearly $4 grand worth of rare salvage. We can get another Casimir, get another chopper gunner, get on out of here, head on back up and reset. That is a beautiful routine. Very good system right there, Donuts. Get all this salvage over here, throw down a Molotov, maybe throw down a Casimir, we can get our Ring of Fire back. And with how fast this round is going, this Ring of Fire might do us all the way to the end of this round. It didn't quite do it, but we are at the end of the round. So yeah, that was pretty darn close. Let's go ahead and get these guys up. Very good. I'm telling you, that round, by the way, funny number, haha. that round took us less than 60 seconds. Round 68 took us less than 60 seconds. Like, this is the map to start high rounding on. It is so great. The biggest setback for me with high rounds is the fact that they take so long. And so having a high round not take as long like this, it is so nice. Oh, donuts, don't do it. Don't do it, donuts. Oh, donuts. Oh, donuts. Oh, donuts. You're gonna go down. You're gonna go down. Go, get out of here. Oh, I said hello. Oh, I hit delete. That's my armor button for Modern Warfare 3. I tried to put on armor. That's ridiculous. Let's go in a chopper gunner here. I want to show you. That's not the best situation. Let's reset out of that. Plus, we can go back and do another run here. Plus, I don't think I will ever get tired of using a chopper gunner in zombies. I know it's incredibly powerful, but dang it if it's not fun. And just like that, that was another successful round. Would you look at that? That's crazy fast. Round 70. Another that. Let's refill everything. In fact, I'll keep the chopper gunner because dang it, it's fun. This might be a bad idea, but I want to do something cool. We can actually go into the dark ether here. Now, there is also an Easter egg in this dark ether. We're not going to do it because we can't do it mid-round, but I just think it is so darn cool to come into the dark ether here, hop on up here, and look at this. We are now high rounding in the dark ether itself. I really wish they played more with the dark ether here in Cold War. I would have loved to see, especially in Forsaken, man. Forsaken was the perfect map to play around with it. I wish as the rounds progressed, the dark ether was, oh, we can't use our chopper gunner. Oh, that's a bummer. Well, we got to be careful here, donuts. I wish as the rounds progressed, the dark ether slowly crept more and more in. Like, it got more and more overwhelming, and you had to actually complete the Easter egg in order to fight off the dark ether. That would have been so cool. So that way, if you were high rounding like we currently are right now, you would be able to, you would inevitably get into the dark ether, and like, my goodness, it's just so fun. So fun. Let's go ahead and get some more Casimirs. Oh good, it's a dog round. You'll love to see it. In fact, I wonder, ooh, do you see that trembling? Do you see that shaking here? That's because just out of bounds somewhere over there, oh yeah, you can faintly see it back there. Oh, that's gonna come out terribly. There is a distant monster Easter egg over here. There's actually an Orda that walks behind here. If you get close enough to it, there's an Orda that walks in that forest in the dark ether. It's so cool. I couldn't really see it. Maybe I'll see it in editing, but those little details are what makes the maps come to life. I absolutely love it. And playing zombies like this, like, I haven't played zombies like this in such a long time. This is almost nostalgic here. Oh, there we go. Well, didn't mean to do that. Thought I had a war machine, but I was just trying to get my ring of fire back. That's gonna be the round, isn't it? That's the round, isn't it? Yep, that was a complete waste of a chopper gunner. Complete waste of a chopper gunner. That's all right. We can go down and get some more. But these things, doing high rounds like this, it really harkens back to kind of just playing video games without any responsibilities. You could just go for as long as you wanted to. You could pause the game, not worry about having to like edit a video or go to school or go to work. Like in the summertime, you would just, I remember when I did that Black Ops 3 Ascension round 100 game, work was incredibly, like, we were so understaffed and it was incredibly stressful. No one's fault. It's just how the situation was. But then I would come home and I would play zombies, and I would go to these high rounds. I'd do round 50 every Black Ops 3 Zombies map. And so there's a lot of value, I think, in these high rounds for focused gameplay and just a way to unwind and kind of relax a little bit. It's not the hardest thing in the world, obviously, but man, if it's not satisfying. I remember listening to the Zombros podcast all the time, playing zombies. This can be such a great way to unwind. I am like leaned back in my chair right now, relaxed. Also, correct me if I'm wrong here, people who know Cold War. Isn't there more zombies on the map as well? Like, I know in the past there were only ever 24 zombies on the map at any given time. Is that different in Cold War? I feel like it is. It is also worth mentioning, if you ever do get overwhelmed in that area, I made a mistake and I didn't get Casimirs before the end of the round. But you could come over here to the spawn, and this is what training in the spawn looks like. It's actually pretty darn good. Wide open area, you can see they're not even touching me. You could use your regular weapons here. In fact, I might want to go switch to Shatterblast. That might be better. Yeah, see, that's what Shatterblast does. That's a good example of what Shatterblast does. Your ray gun can be more effective. This is why a lot of people, like myself, really prefer training strategies over camping strategies, because it gets you a little bit more safety and a little bit more variety. You can use a different variety of weapons. And of course, you can still use your DIE here and kind of suck and do all the thing, but it's just a little bit safer. You know what? We could actually do some maths ourselves here. I think all the zombies are spawned in right now. Yes. Okay, you're spawning in. I think that's it. We've got 8,261 eliminations. 8261. Let's go over here. Let's ring of fire and kill all of these guys. 8261 versus 8293. 61 to 93. 61 to 93. Donuts, you're gonna go down. Oh my goodness, that's all right. Oh boy, oh boy. All right, well, this is actually not okay here. Oh, donuts, oh, donuts. Ooh, oh, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, there we go. Oh, that was a lucky Casimir. That brought me right back. Before I get my perks, I'm gonna go in the chopper gunner and end the round here. Oh, whoops. I was too chill. I was thinking about math on round 80. Editing donuts can figure out what the maths was. I even kind of forget the numbers by now. Oh man. All right, I think that was round. I think that's round. We got one play count. That is perfectly fine. We'll get that. We'll get quick revive back. We'll get tombstone back. There we go. We got our, oh boy, that, you see that play count? How much damage does that play count do? That play count did 90 damage. That's insane. Let's go get this. Let's go get that back. If you're wondering how I'm not losing my self revive, it's because of quick revive. In quick revive here in Cold War, if you kill a zombie, when you're down in quick revive, it automatically revives you. It's actually broken. Like I said, the Cold War zombies seen by a lot of people, myself included, little too easy. Now that might seem hypocritical because donuts, you just went down, but like I should have gone down. I made a bad decision. I need to be punished for it. You know, I need to be held accountable to the game standards. But anyway, let's go back to this. Round 80, let's go. And we got a dog round. Very nice. We've got over 5,000 rare salvage. That's nuts. That's actually nuts. And also, if you're also wondering, I know I got a lot of people who don't know a lot about Cold War zombies yet. The reason that when I throw a Casimir, it might not take away a Casimir from my inventory right away, it's because of Mule Kick. It's a Mule Kick upgrade. Now, if you're still wondering about how fast the strategy is, I'm gonna time this game right here, or this round right here. Let's call in a chopper gunner right away. This will get us our ring of fire, and it's always good. I like calling chopper gunners in at the beginning of the round, so that way I don't waste them. But then again, I've got like 5,000 rare salvage, so you really can't waste a chopper gunner at this point. All right, so we just exited out of that chopper gunner, and that chopper gunner actually got us through the entire round. Wow. Head on back down, use our salvage. Ooh, our regular salvage is actually going down quite a bit compared to our rare salvage. We got to be careful with our Casimir here. So that whole round lasted less than a minute, or around a minute. I think a chopper gunner is only like 30 seconds, so that's actually crazy. And I do still pick up insta kills. I know I said earlier you got to be careful of them, and that's true because, you know, you're not building up Ring of Fire, but like, dang it, just this is a great example of like, hey, I've got insta kill, and we're gonna get through this round, I think, before this insta-kill runs out. Yep, just like that, and it's over. Very nice. Yeah, I think it might be safer to use the War Machine instead of Casimir's to get your Ring of Fire up, but it might be safer to use the Chopper Gunner to get yourself out of bad situations. So really, it's kind of your preference here. Dangerously low on armor here. I don't know if I'm gonna go get some more armor, just in case. I don't want to go down again. I've already gone down twice, made myself look like a fool. Round 88. Very good. We're doing great. We're doing excellent here. Let's go ahead and get, yeah, I gotta be careful. That's 1,500. That's, I've got to be careful with those Casimirs. Now, there is kind of a dichotomy here with the high rounds of zombies, because before you do the high rounds, you might think to yourself, and I know I think this way too, my goodness, that's such a time investment. That's a lot of time to set aside just to play zombies. But right now, I'm sitting here on round 89. I am hours in, and there's that overwhelming feeling of like, well, when are you ever gonna do this again? And that feeling of not wanting to go down or not wanting to have the run end and to see how long you can last. It's difficult to describe, but because you have such a time investment into here, once you reach round 100 or something, you're more inclined to keep going because, well, I'm not likely going to do this every day, so let's just keep it going, you know? And we made it to round 91. So something to take note here, the Chopper Gunner does not count its kills towards your Ring of Fire, so that's definitely something to take into consideration here. That being said, we're getting like a good ring of fire in here, and then you use a chopper gunner. This is a pretty safe strategy towards these round 90 rounds. Yep, there we go. End of the chopper gunner, end of the round. Very nice. We've still got 5,000 rare salvage, almost 6,000 rare salvage now. All right, it's round 94 here. I've gotta sit up straight. We gotta start taking this seriously now. We're almost at round 100 here. Gonna start off with a ring of fire here, kill all these guys. This is where it's starting to get a little bit longer here. So we're gonna suck up all of these until we get max ammo, and then that's around 90. We're gonna do this. Oh, I hear a guy. That's perfectly fine because this ring of fire is about to end anyway. We'll do this, and then we'll hit our chopper gunner. We'll kill the big horde of zombies right there, and then when we have time, we can kind of find him right there. I think that's gonna be him. Come on, give me that immune. Give me that immune somewhere in there. Oh, this might be bad. He's gonna be in this corner, isn't he? He's in that corner. Oh man, he's in that corner. We got all these zombies here. There we go. There we go. He's immune. In fact, that might be the end of the round right there. It's the end of the round. It's the end of the round. Oh, we've got a couple plague hounds. That's perfectly fine. You know what? That's perfectly okay. We're gonna go down here. We might have to open up that other door so that way we don't get blocked by them. Another chopper gunner. Take him out with the ray gun. Can we sweep by him? Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can. Of course we can. Let's get a ring of fire back with the Casimir. Kind of shoot him with the ray gun while we're getting that ring of fire back. Slowing him down. That should be all well and good. That one's done. We're gonna get a ring of fire now that the Casimir's done. And we are owed a dog round here fairly soon. It might be the next round, but that should be our last dog round until round 100. And then so long as I've got enough salvage, which I do for some more chopper gunners, this is going to be really easy. Chopper gunner now. One full ring of fire and one full chopper gunner seems to be the length of a single round here in the 90s. And yep, there's the round progression. Very good. 96, 96. Come on, give me that dog round. Ooh, armor. No dog round yet. Bummer. Well, we'll do another Casimir here. Go ring of fire all over again. Rinse and repeat. And like I said, this is fairly easy, as you can see, obviously, but it's not something that you can just kind of sit in the background and do. You know, there's an art to it. There's a little bit of a strategy. We got an insta-kill. This should do us instead of a chopper gunner really well. This should be the end of the round right here. And dang it, it's just so fast. It's just so fast. Right now, my recording is sitting just over, what would that be? Like 2 minutes or 2 minutes. Yeah, 2 hours and 15 minutes. Give me a dog round. Give me a dog round. No dog round. Oh, bummer. That's unfortunate. We're gonna need to use another Casimir here. Luckily, we have enough salvage here for some more Casimirs, at least until around 100. But I can definitely see why people run the War Machine, because the War Machine gets you back your ring of fire way better, and whatchamacallit, chopper gunner is a lot bigger commitment to the kill streak than a War Machine is. So, and there's another round before the chopper gunner is even finished. But now we do need to replenish our Casimirs as well as our chopper gunner. Yeah, I don't want to change up strategies quite yet. And a dog round. Let's go. That's gonna take us to round 99. All right, round 98, Hellhound round, Plague Hound round. Let's go. And the round is over. Round 99. One more round till round 100. Full Casimirs, nearly a ring of fire, full chopper gunner. I think we can do it. In fact, you know what I'm gonna do here? A little something different. I'm gonna go chopper gunner first, just so that way we can be on the ground when the round 100 comes. Now, of course, the boss zombie's probably gonna come now and I'm gonna go down and it's gonna be terrible and heartbreaking, but you know, we'll just hope for that not to happen. Oh, this is such a great kill streak. I love it so much. Ooh, and an insta-kill. Let's go. And do I see what I think I see? I do. I see the megaton. Oh boy. All right, let's get the ray gun out here real quick. Oh my goodness, this is the end of the round. This is the end of the round. Let's go, donuts. Let's go. There's that one zombie left, and there it is, round 100. And the megaton as our final boss. We did it. We did it. Look at that. I love the fact that it goes off the screen a little bit, at least for me. Another aspect of fun that the Zombies mode has is when players find secrets or do things to the game that almost break it in a sort of way. It makes it seem like we're doing things that the developer didn't intend for us to do. And so having the round change counter just be a little bit off center or a little bit off the screen is really cool. But then again, that very well could be my HUD bounds, but I don't think my HUD bounds are actually all that bad. But of course, we do have to survive this round. We have to survive round 100, so that way we can exfil, so that way we can technically say that we survived 100 rounds. And I think there it is. There it is. All right, exfil option available. Let's go. Let's go ahead and get another Casimir. You know what? Let's go ahead and get a death machine. A death machine might be more fun here. And let's call in our exfil. Now we're going to walk on over here. And if you've never seen an exfil in Cold War, it's pretty intense. We've got a minute and a half. Let's go ahead and do this. You heard the megaton spawn in already. Look at that. Look at that. All right, so let's go ahead and go around here. Let's train around here a little bit. Maybe hop up on this corner and we can pop our ring of fire here. We can get this guy down and we can see the true power of this ray gun. You can see we actually are required to kill a certain number of enemies before we're allowed to exfil, including the megaton here, which is crazy. And of course, we can whip out our death machine and we could just slaughter everything. Very nice. Look at that. And we did it. Beautiful people. This was awesome. Let's board the helicopter with the DIE and head on out of here. We survived 100 rounds, 13,000 eliminations, and 2 pathetic downs. 1,322,790 points and a whole bunch of levels. And that whole run took me about 2 hours and I want to say 25 minutes. That is not bad at all if you ask me. Now, something not a lot of people know about Cold War, if you go into your barracks and you go to your leaderboards, zombies, you could see your highest round on all of the different maps. On Die Maschine, my highest round, round 101. And I've done the main quest in 47 minutes. Firebase C, my highest is 53. Man, that's really low. I did a 46 quest time. That's crazy. Mauer Toten, 61 and 55. And Forsaken, round 70 and a 41-minute quest time. That is awesome information to know. I'm gonna need to high round these maps a little bit more. And one of the best things that you can do while you're high rounding is listening to a podcast. And what better podcast to listen to other than my own zombie podcast? You could check it out here, enjoy your high rounds, and stay beautiful.